Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 109 of Project Zomboid, which originally aired live on Twitch. I think we're gonna go to Valley Point. I am going to go some POI in the Valley Point. But I'm not sure which. So we obviously have already locked down the gas station, so we could I'm not really sure. We've gone to the hunting lodge and the shooting range. So here's the choices. Tomorrow, I guess we are going to burn a home down, but today, go to where to go. I'll start jotting some down while I load back up here. Actually, I'm gonna do a full game reboot so they don't get any micro freezes or anything like that. Java being Java and all. So I'm gonna add the construction site number 2 POI, the food mart and burger joint as another potential spot to go. Where else? Because I have to draw from memory. We could go to the big farm. Or the small farm. I'm not even sure what to find out there. Or the graveyard church. All of these points here are in Valley Point, and those are the 5 that I'll put up as POIs. So, where we go, up to you. Burning random houses down during a zombie apocalypse sounds productive. It is exactly as productive as it sounds. But if it's proposed and voted on and I haven't vetoed it, we're gonna do it anyway. Yes, I will definitely loot the house first. I'm not just gonna torch it for the torching it. This is not going to be a filling stew. I'll add a big thing of cabbage at the end then. It's not terrible. Let's check on a farm. Blooming. I'll check the water levels. They're fine. Broccoli's fine too. They might want to be fertilized, but whatever. I'm not going to do that right now. And then I'll check outside as well. So it looks like the big farm is where we're headed. I'm going to bring both bowls of soup with me, because we'll probably be away for a while. But today, This is for tomorrow. Today I'm burning a house down. Or, no, that's tomorrow, right? Today we're looting a POI, tomorrow we burn the house down. So, loot, big farm. Have I always been a vegetarian? Pretty much always, yeah. Oh, we got some carrots ready. What made me change? It's sort of complex. I could go into it if you guys really want. But it's not that interesting. It's just a bunch of personal choices. I mean, the TLDR was, when I was a little kid, I was somewhat picky about the meat I would eat. Like, I liked processed meat more than not. So, like, think chicken fingers and burgers and meatloaf, and not just, like, cooked chicken or what, you know. And it's, the more processed meat is, the less healthy it was, which is a strange thing for, like, I was really young. I was, like, 11 or 12. So, it's a strange concept for, like, a little kid to care about, but care about it, I did. So I was a little picky, and really what tipped the scales for me personally was I was at a summer camp, and the summer camp normally had a chef that was really good at cooking, and then they hired the really good chef didn't come back one year, and they hired someone that like sucked, and all that chef ever made was like fish patties, and it was gross. It was so gross. It was pretty much intolerable. And there was at this camp there was a contingency of like vegetarian counselors who would they would make their own dinner, and it would be open to people that were strictly vegetarian only. And I just couldn't stomach the nasty fish patties. So I decided that summer to be a vegetarian, and there were some other reasons in there too. Like I had cousins that were vegetarian at the time that I looked up to, that were vegetarians as well. But basically that summer, I decided to be a strict vegetarian for the entire summer of like, I don't know, 7 weeks of summer camp or whatever it was. And I couldn't think of a good reason to continue at the end of that. I think for most habits, and this includes addictions, like the first 2 or 3 weeks are the hardest, and then you get into a routine, and routines are easy to keep. Breaking routines are hard. And this is true of like all routines, whether it's like exercise or diet or whatever. It's really just the first few weeks that are the hardest, and then it gets easier. So at this point, like it is so effortless that it isn't, you know, it's not even something I even think about on a daily basis. But I can definitely see how it would be hard to get into. None pork gyozas. Yeah. That's the trick. Is for me, like, having never truly liked meat that much, meat substitutes, I don't really desire meat substitutes. So I will say that, like, the few times I've made things like Impossible Burger or like meat substitutes type stuff, people have said, oh, this is pretty good. When I lived in New England, there was a certain type of veggie burger that I particularly liked that I can't find outside of New England because it's made in Maine, called Blue Mango burgers. They're not made of mango, mind you. They're just called Blue Mango. And they were bomb. All right, let's close this poll and update loot. Valley Point Farm. Oh, I'm also going to need my map up because I barely know where this farm is. It's quite far from the base. Yeah, it is much easier when you don't care for it, exactly. So, you know, if you don't care for something, it's easy to give it up. Stealthy, what cultural cuisines would be hard without meat, out of curiosity? Because there's a lot of meat substitutes that I'm not going to say are, like, delicious, because that would be lying, but they fill the role of protein fairly well between tofu, seitan, and tempeh. Or the newfangled, like, you know, veggie, or the newfangled ones, like Impossible Burger style. Because I feel like much the way that renewable energy has now caught on to the point where it's like unstoppable. One trend that we're going to see grow and grow and grow and never really reverse will be animal-free protein. Simply because the meat demands are unsustainable. It's going to literally get to the point where, like, there is not enough ranching land to supply a world supply of meat anymore. Not for, you know, not for beef at least, because beef is some of the most demanding. Which means that the solution would be fishing, but of course a warming ocean means less fish, and so that's likely not to be the viable solution going forward. Insect proteins churn the stomach for some people. Even like cricket flour, which I think most people wouldn't even realize it was cricket flour. Like, I think realistically, if someone made you cricket flour cookies, you'd be like, ah, these cookies are okay. They're a little weird. But you wouldn't really know that there were, like, ground up crickets in it. But I don't know if that trend is going to catch on quite the same as some of the other trends. The other trends, of course, being like lab-grown meat. And I think lab-grown meat is going to be more popular than insect-based meat. Or protein, rather. But we'll see. Time will tell. I could be wrong. But I do feel like it's one of those things that, like, when major chains like Burger King say, hey, you know, we now carry, like, Impossible Burgers at every chain location or whatever. I feel that that is, that's very much the way it was with, like, solar and wind energy, when it was like, all right, you know, we're going to put, like, solar powers on people's homes. And that was, like, the foot in the door for it to become so mainstream that it's irreversible. I feel like the irreversible mainstream of you know, non-animal based plant proteins is already here. With that said, I don't think that there's a really good replacement for dairy yet. Some people like almond milk or, you know, other milks, nut-based milks or soy or whatever, but I can't. It's gross to me. Like, vegan cheese it's just nasty. You know, if I'm gonna eat a sandwich and the choice is vegan cheese or no cheese, I'll pick no cheese. So I just can't stomach it. Some people like it, but I won't, never will. Oh boy. Population a little bit higher up here. Look at all these zombies. I've already passed like hundreds. I hope this big farm isn't like totally overrun. War Zebra, thanks for the follow. Have I driven too far? No, I think I'm still good. Yep, alright, here's my turn. I think. I hope. Because my gas station base away from home is on the left here. So this is the little secure outpost that I set up. I'll just take you a quick tour because there's really nothing to show. I have a few generators, and there's no stairs to the second floor. So if I lost my main base, which I don't even think is all that possible, unless I burn it down somehow, I could move into that base. Okay, where am I going from here? Left. Vegan pastries are amazing. Yeah, it's one of these, like, if you add sugar to something, like my mom makes no, I guess it's not vegan, but it's like flourless pastry that is really actually good. Almond milk is better than anything squeezed from the cow. Yeah, the only issue with almond milk, of course, is it's incredibly water intensive to make almond milk. Like, there's certain vegetables that are not even... It's odd to think, but there's certain fruits and veggies that aren't even really good for the earth because of how water demanding they are. And almonds and things like almonds and asparagus are very water demanding. Or alternatively, there's other things that are non-meat based that are bad for the earth just because of the farming practices, like palm oil. Like palm oil is a pretty cheap like vegetable oil substitute that you'll tend to find in desserts, but the way that most companies will source their palm oil is they will slash and burn rainforests in Southeast Asia, which is super sad. So just because it's not meat doesn't necessarily mean it's like good for the earth. Because, you know, depending on the produce or whatever it is, there's different practices to source it. And I think at the end of the day, the best produce is the local produce. Yeah, you walked into a very deep conversation. So yeah, buying locally is almost always what is probably best for the ecology. And economy, for that matter, too, but... So I'm very much a supporter of, like, buy local, support local. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of that where I live now. There was where I used to live, but now it's not so much. So I am driving... I'm taking my second left. God, this car is getting beat up. I'm not saying that you should feel bad for being, like, your diet is your deal. I'm not trying to be preachy here. I'm just saying that there's, that if you want to be mindful, of the ecological impact of your diet, meat isn't the only enemy, and meat isn't necessarily even an enemy. There's a ways to be good for the earth and get meat, too. Like hunting is an obvious answer, right? So like where I live now, there is a crazy overabundance of deer. And if you wanted to spend your you know, some of your free time responsibly hunting, you could easily feed yourself venison with almost no ecological impact whatsoever. Because, you know, the deer where I live... Or in like the American Southwest, you have like javelina, like wild boar, that are wrecking. They're a scourge, and anyone that wants to hunt javelina are like absolutely welcome to hunt javelina for that reason. I don't think they make for good eating, but certainly everyone's going to be happy if you want to shoot one and eat it. All right, so the big farm is up here on the left. At this point, I might have to start killing the zombies around because I'm getting pretty close to my destination. Because I don't think I'm going to lose my tail anytime soon. Let me make... Yeah, okay. It's right there. It's that driveway that we see up ahead. That was quite a drive, wasn't it? It's part of the reason why I haven't, I'm restricting myself to Valley and West Point only, because if I allowed all points of interest, I would spend entire days just, like, driving on the road. It's one of the problems of headquartering in West Point versus, like, Muldrug, or Muldrow, or whatever it's supposed to be pronounced. Because, West Point is already like in the corner of the map. So as it's not centrally located, it takes a very long time to get from it to anywhere other than Valley Point. Let me double check on the map. This is that. Yep, this is Big Farm. Okay. Is there just like magazines out on their lawn? Wait, what the heck? So this building looks looted, but I am 99% certain I've never been here. I'm gonna pull up the driveway though. I think it's just like random books that are just like in their driveway. I have no idea. This is really strange. Maybe I have been here. Well, I've been here. I certainly never, I never went into the garage, so whether I was here or not, I definitely didn't finish looting. Alright, let's bash this door down. So I don't have my sledgehammer. Yeah, I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to shame anyone into eating anything. That's not what I'm about. And I certainly have been a culprit too. You know, I've no doubt consumed my fair share of things that are bad for the world. Good beat for the music. Thump, thump, thump. A telltale heart. Let's see if I've ever been here. I don't know. I don't feel like I've ever been here. I'll know if there's like canned goods that are unlooted, because I would definitely take all canned goods. Yeah, there's a water bottle. I don't know. That's not indicative of anything. Yeah, I'll rant, but like, I don't judge anyone for the most part. And whether I'm ranting or not, it's not like I have, you know, I'm also the type to happily cook steaks for my friends. I guess I have been here. 'Cause, like, who would leave books on the floor? Yeah, okay. Well, this is news to me. I guess what I'll do is I'll hit up one of the other farmhouses. So it seems like, I already struck here. I don't remember that, but here's a snow shovel if you wanted to remove snow. So there are some sheds. Actually, the large farm here is a bit of a larger complex that maybe I skipped. I'm not sure. Oh, this is starting to... I'm starting to get some deja vu, though. Yeah. The greenhouse. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. I remember having to fight zombies in that greenhouse. That's what I get for having a 100 and almost 30-hour series. You tend to forget where you've been. Whoa! Don't bite me. Yeah, we're up here for the great sledgehammer hunt. When I drove past the mall. It kind of looks like I left these sheds alone, though, which would seem strange because they would be obviously high priority targets for sledgehammer hunting. Alright. Let's bring some Jesus to these zombies. Meet your zombie Jesus. I think the added sound has caused more problems than it solved, but no regrets. What are my aiming skills? It's 4. Let's make sure to leave the gun loaded. Oh, and put the magazine in. Magazine. Thank you. I don't know what that was. What was that? Oh, dude. I think I shoved him and pulled the trigger at the same time. That was really cool. That was some super gung fu right there. Because after I shoved him, I managed to reload, which meant that I had shot, but I didn't hear the gun go off. I don't know. I don't know what that was. That was weird and different. Definitely. All right, so we're up here for some loot. It's 4:30 p.m., so I don't have a lot of time before it gets dark, and I don't want to drive home in the dark because there was like 300 zombies between me and home. So let's get moving on this loot here. Ooh, there might be some bullets in here. Oh no, welding rounds. Boo! Look like a gun cabinet. Yeah, some ultimate CQC right there. Cigarettes. So I've never been in here because I wouldn't have left the cigarettes behind. Rear door heavy in mint condition. I don't know what that attack was, but it spent a bullet, so I'm assuming it was a gun-based attack. Where did I finally find the sledge? I found it in West Point, in a house 2 houses west of the church. So it was interesting. I actually found a note about a hoarder house, and I went to the hoarder house. It was voted on that I search the survivor's house that I had the map of, and I actually went to the wrong house, and the wrong house had a sledgehammer in the closet. So I went to the wrong place and found the tool I was looking for the whole time. I love how it turns out like that. Well, that's everything from in here. Which episode? If you look at the YouTube playlist, it will probably be pretty obvious what episode it was, because it would make a reference in the name. Well, that's all the time I have for this farm search. And then tomorrow, for the day after Christmas, you guys want me to burn down a house. So what else do you want me to do? Because I don't think it's going to take me very long to burn down a house. So I am going to... So Stewtatchdig, that was your suggestion. I'm going to refund everyone else's suggestion and open up the suggestion box for a second thing to work on. Because burning down a house will take me a minute. No, it's not the end of the stream just yet. I still got an hour and a half left. Oh, how is this not reloaded? What is going on with this damn gun? Insert the magazine, thank you. Oh, what the heck? Oh, it's jammed. That explains it. I'm gonna run out of rounds before I finish off these zombies, but at least it's good shooting practice. And the noise I'm generating here isn't going to be detrimental because I'm nowhere near my base. So I'm not like attracting horde at home. Okay, how many bullets do I have left? 3. Alright, let's keep the 3 bullets. It's not quite the 1 bullet trope, but close enough. I too like the animation headshots. The extra little splart. Alright, get off my car, dude. What are you, a 3 stomp chump? Dear lord, that's a lot of stomping. So my kill count is now up to 3586. Killed 87 zombies so far, plus the ones that I ran over that didn't count. I think the only mod I would consider installing if I did an apocalypse playthrough is a mod that tracked all zombie deaths as my kills, not just the direct weapon and melee kills. So it would include fire and vehicles. It'd be ideal if it separated them out to be like, here's your direct kills and here's your vehicle and fire kills, and then sum them up like RimWorld does with you know, with here's your kills on enemies, animals, etc., mechs. But yeah, I would consider a mod like that just to keep track if I do some mega burns. Oh god, oh god. If I do some car alarm burns to add them to my total. Now let's see, what suggestions have rolled in? Only 2 so far. My goodness, there's so many zombies on this road. This is like a little town road in the middle of nowhere. I'm like in rural Kentucky on some country road, and I've passed like 200 zombies. Oh, that's a treat. At some point, I should just be fine with hitting zombies over hitting trees, because hitting trees suck. Plus, this is my daily driver, and if it gets tooled up, whatever, I get to fix it. So you're gonna get a little bit of Carmageddon here, because hitting a tree is a lot more damage than hitting a few zombies. I know it seems like I'm aiming for them, but I just don't care to swerve. Now we did, I know you mentioned the zombie bonfire. We did agree, we voted in the past, that the only bonfires I would ever use would be ones at the mall. Because it's too strong of a, at least for my current game settings, it's too strong of a tactic that would ultimately make the game super boring. Because if I did a downtown West Point mall, a downtown West Point bonfire car alarm burn, I would have no more zombies to ever kill in West Point ever again. It would definitely ruin a lot of the challenge and threat. Because I do have zombie respawning off. But if I was to do an apocalypse series, that would be valid tactics whenever I wanted to. It'd probably be even necessary. What bridge is this? Am I lost? What the heck bridge is this? Oh, I know what bridge this is. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way, I think. I need to take a right. Am I on Mall Road? No, that is Calf's Cafe, right? Yeah, that's the cafe. So I need to take a right. I went the wrong way. So fire is definitely one of the most effective tools to kill hordes of zombies. The challenge is, of course, to contain the fire, because fire in this game spreads to everything, more or less. Like all buildings. Brick, stone, wood, doesn't matter. All buildings can burn down. So you have to be really careful. So I know that you all voted on that I burn a house down, but it's going to have to be a pretty secluded house, because if it wasn't, it could spread to neighboring buildings. And even then, it's no guarantee that it wouldn't, because it could spread to trees and stuff like that. So I'm going to have to find a house that is far out of my normal commute, so that I can burn it down and like leave it frozen. Frozen not as in temperature, but as in game state. It's 8 p.m. Time for some soup. I'm surprised there isn't like a debuff for eating stew for the 200th day in a row. The Durstig, the sweet shops in West Point's already emptied. I'm 99% sure. That was a place we went early on. I know that you just suggested a head there, but it would be an empty building. Almost all the POIs in West Point are cleared. Maybe not the ones at the edge of town, but all the ones in downtown would be emptied out. Elementary school, everything on the main strip, you know, where the dentistry and the Pandora books and all that stuff are, that's all been cleared out. The preschool, the pretty much all the shops. Hey, Squeak. Oh man, this is a treacherous drive. Dang. I suppose if I was taking it really slow and careful, I might have been able to get home with less damage to the car. But at some point, the caution isn't worth it. It's just too bad that we didn't find more to make the trek worth it. We didn't find much. Have you been to the high school? Yeah, that's actually one of the first POIs that I was... If the POI is in West Point, I've been there. I don't think there's a single point of interest that is marked on the map that I haven't gone to. If it's... except for, like, docks and stuff like that, because there really isn't anything there. All the docks I've searched, or, you know, the docks I haven't searched because there's just, like, a box or two there. All right. We have some stuff. I found, or trapped, a bird and another bird. Very tiny. Like, little chickadee-sized birds. Adios, Ademia. Good luck in your meeting. Hope it's not too much of an emergency. Alright, we're home. Why do I have random pop can here? What? I don't remember doing that. Yeah, it is crazy how different the map looks with snow. It is definitely harder to recognize points of interest when they're... Also, it's not just the snow, it's the level of decay as well. So unfortunately, my trunk got battered and almost scores nothing. Same with the lid. The hood is completely gone, and then the front headlights are 40% left. So this car is in obviously worse shape than I left it. I had no illusions that it would take damage, but it got really damaged. More than I thought that was going to happen. I guess there was 9mm rounds in my trunk that I forgot about. Now, why did my gun jam? Is that... its condition is, like, low, but not terrible. Generator. Still plenty of fuel. So if anyone has any other ideas of what I work on tomorrow besides burning down a house, feel free to submit those ideas in channel point form. We have 3 so far. Posture check. Ooh, look at these strawberries. Seed bearing. Nice. I'll get there in just a sec. We got some berries. I'll celebrate with a pop can. Alright, obviously I'm going to want to harvest that in a second. Yeah, as vines take over the walls of houses and concrete will... It's not actually decaying, but it will look like it decays. It does change the way the whole map looks when given enough time, which I really like. I like how things fall to misuse and decay as time goes on. All right, before I harvest those berries, I want to put everything away. Butcher these birds. Maybe make something special out of the birds, I don't know. And by special, I mean not another stew. Something different. Let's grab a few boxes of 9mm. So I can keep using my gun. At this point, I do want to make it a habit of, like, commonly using my firearm to level it up and to just introduce a little bit more danger because we're making a whole lot of noise. Because I could go in silent with the with my little lead pipe billy club, but there's not a whole lot of excitement in that. Now let's grab the trowel and also let's grab a sack of compost because I'm going to replant. Oops, I'm going to replant the strawberries. Updating the current project. Burn a house down. Oh, right. Strawberries don't need to be resown. I just need to water these bad boys. So I have 37 fresh strawberries and a ton of strawberry seed packets. Tomatoes aren't like this, though. They're higher maintenance, unfortunately. You'd think they'd just keep growing on the vine, but they don't. They're annoying. Now, I will say about strawberries, it is not a lot of bang for your buck. It's a lot of grow time for a berry that spoils quickly and doesn't fulfill your hunger very, very nice. Like, potatoes and cabbages are definitely where it's at in that regard, but can't complain. We have berries. You're working on Where Is Everyone cover? Awesome. I want to hear it when you're done. Alright, here's the deal. Cabbages, you out. Berries are in. Anything that is not fresh in my... Oh god, everything's fresh. Alright, more bird meat. I'm just out of room for strawberries. Let's take all these potatoes out. Strawberries in. And these cabbages out. Strawberries in. There we go. I'm definitely running out of room, no doubt, of space for stuff. But that's a good that's honestly one of the best problems to have. Of like, oh god, I have too much produce. It's probably an indicator that my farm is just bigger than it needs to be, more than anything else. All right, so secondary goal for tomorrow. Let's pick that. We have continue the tower, sort of run or Carmageddon, like running zombies over with a car. I'm gonna skip the looting sweet shop. Well, go to sweets shop, just in case it isn't. Reset and build traps. Clear. So, Bunker Joe, what do you mean by clear cars? But there it is. Anyway. Clearing cars for a junk shop. Alright, it's 1 in the morning. Let's get to sleep. Oh, get car parts for spares? Yeah, okay, I understand now. Strip cars and junk the old ones. That makes sense. Because my little police interceptor has no hood, barely a windshield, pretty broken headlights. That's true of almost every vehicle I ever drive after taking it out once. Right, Mr. Yoda? Kamasia, thanks for the gift out to Ademia. What up, buddy? Backups are almost done. Do you like how Yoda just looked away from you all? How rude. How rude. Yeah, that 5.0 is in rough shape. Now that it doesn't even have a light bar, it's hard to even call it a 5.0. I'm also going to switch 9mm pistols, because my 9mm here is in rougher shape than I want a gun to be. Because it did jam on me once, and that was bad. Alright, so you, unfavorite. Nope, don't go into the firebox. Jesus. You're not that bad. I'm not going to burn you. Okay, there we are. Favorite. Upgrade red dot. Upgrade laser. So the red dot and laser makes it, you know, more accurate. It had a full magazine, so I'm going to unload the other magazine that I had on me. And Yoda clearly doesn't want to cooperate. Put this magazine away. Okay. There we are. You can see it actually physically, you can see the red dot and laser, which is pretty cool. Looks like we're going to be scrapping cars after we burn a house down. So, burning house down, right? I don't believe I have a Molotov. So let's make one. I have a bottle of bourbon here somewhere in my... Oh, yeah, here it is. Oh, and they're all, like, partial bourbons. Perfect. I was keeping them partial because you can drink, like, 4/5 of it, and then the remainder you can turn into a Molotov. There we go. Molotov cocktail. Bada bing. Instead of making yet another stew, I will prep something different for tomorrow, I think, with the bird meat I have here. But I don't really know what to make, but I'll figure it out. And I'm not saying drink 4/5 of it in one sitting. Just, you can drink some of it and not all of it. You know what? It occurs to me... Oh no, here's a frying pan. Or a griddle pan. Or a saucepan, or a roasting pan. I'll just take all the pans to... Oh, not a microfreeze. Come on, game. Let's roast some... Yeah, let's do a bird roast. So, some bird, some salt, some potato, some butter, more bird, More bird. More ingredients? I don't know. I don't know. I have canned stuff, but I don't want to use the canned stuff. Some radishes. We'll make it look fancy. Done. So here, where's my roast? Let's put all this bird meat away. Here's small bird meat vegetable roast that we can throw in tomorrow. Put the saucepan, the fry pan, and the grill pan away. My stew is cooked. It's almost New Year's. That would have been a good thing to celebrate for New Year's. Well, same with the Molotov, but whatever. You guys want me to burn something today, so I won't wait. What did I just do? Okay, yep, no, that's correct. So let's current project, burn a house down. What house? I want to, oh, I know. I'm going to burn down the picnic area. I live very close to the picnic area, but not so close that it's going to affect me. Well, it's technically not a house. I'm going to play by the rules. I'm going to drive out west and burn one of the western farmhouses down. I think that's probably the least dangerous for me to burn down, so. And another freeze? Come on now. Burn the church? No, I'm not gonna burn a church. We voted on it's a house, so I'm be a man of my word. Burn a house. I would argue that there's probably not really a god in Project Zomboid. I think that's a very fair thing to say. That if there was a god, I am Noah, and this cop car is my ark. Chopper is god in PZ. Alright, so we're just going to drive west here a bit to get to my POI target. Definitely make sure to fully loot it first, so that I'm not burning anything of importance. But given how wealthy I am and how I'm basically not looking for anything, I can't imagine what would be in the house that I would care about other than maybe a katana. And I don't think I'm about to find a katana. Mixecology, thanks for the follow, welcome. So, when someone asked, I forget who it was, where I found the sledgehammer, I will be passing the house that I found it at in a minute here. So I'm in western West Point suburbs. What is that building there? Is that the playground? No, it's not the playground. What is that? Let me turn around. Oh, I think it's just someone's house. Yeah, it's just one of the houses. Now they have like bushes growing out in their driveway. Thank you for watching Project Zomboid, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.